Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Fabrizio Romano says excellent player is buzzing as he's about to sign for Liverpool. Fabrizio Romano says excellent player is buzzing as he's about to sign for Liverpool. Milos Kerkez buzzing about Liverpool move. According to Romano's information, Milos Kerkez is incredibly excited by the idea of moving to Liverpool. The journalist says the left-back is buzzing about this potential move, and that there are only a few minor details to now sort out. This comes after Andy Robertson was linked with Atletico Madrid, so Liverpool do need a new left-back. Yeah, the one of Milos Kerkez, but also in this case, would not describe that as a proper saga, more a timing saga, because it took a few days and weeks before we can say, okay, it's done. It's just about some technical things. So my understanding is that there is no issue, no problem, no limits, no other clubs entering the deal, also because the player only wants to go to Liverpool, he is buzzing to go to Liverpool, so don't worry Liverpool fans, the next one will be Milos Kerkez, one more excellent addition to the squad, Romano said. Milos Kerkez record versus Arne Slot teams. Kerkez has been identified as Liverpool's Andy Robertson replacement, and this is a player that Arne Slot will know a lot about. Indeed, much like Slot, Kerkez has gone from the Eredivisie to the Premier League in recent years, and he's played against Slot's teams on numerous occasions. Interestingly, Kerkez has never won a match against one of Slot's sides and he has conceded numerous goals in the process. Of course, there aren't many left-backs who've performed well against Arne Slot's Liverpool in recent times due to the deadly form of Mohamed Salah. On the whole, Kerkez has been fantastic for most of his time in England, and he's more than worthy of a move to a club like Liverpool. Liverpool have enjoyed a good start to the summer, signing 2 players already with a third on the way. Jeremy Frimpong and Armin Pexey have already joined Liverpool, while Florian Wartz is set to arrive in the coming days. TBR football chief correspondent Graham Bailey has been informed by Liverpool sources that the Wartz deal is valued at €136 million, £117 million. This makes it a British record move and also the biggest ever sale by a Bundesliga club. Now, journalist Henry Winter has shared what he's heard from overseas journalists regarding Wartz's attitude as he prepares to move to Liverpool. Liverpool-bound Florian Wartz known to have fantastic work ethic. Winter, speaking on the Transfer Talk podcast, has revealed that Wartz's attitude is known to be commendable, with many saying great things about him. But also, they look at the character, Winter said of Liverpool. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is Wataru Endo makes new Liverpool transfer claim, a high possibility. Wataru Endo has reiterated his desire to stay put at Liverpool this summer. The Japan international found himself limited to a bit-part role at Anfield last season following Arne Slot's appointment as head coach. The 32-year-old made 32 appearances in all competitions under the Dutchman, but only started 7 times. And while he still helped the Reds win the Premier League, he started just once in the English top flight with such an outing, away at Chelsea, coming only once the title was already won. But despite his limited game time, Endo has no desire to leave Liverpool and insists he will be staying put this summer. "I told you I'm staying," he said during a live Q&A event in his hometown of Kanagawa, as quoted by Soccer Digest. "If the club tells me to leave. No, I'm staying. I have a contract. It's up to me to make the final decision. Basically, I'm staying, for now." Looking back, I think it was a good season. I didn't have many opportunities to play at Liverpool, but in the end, we won the Premier League and qualified for the World Cup with the national team, so it was a great season that will lead to next season. While Slot might have preferred to use Endo to help see out matches last season, the Japanese is determined to feature more prominently next season. There is the manager's style, and there are preferences, he conceded. In the end, you should think first about what you can do in the environment you are given. In the professional world, you have to show the meaning of your existence. I don't think people would call me a closer if I had entered the game with 10 or 15 minutes left and conceded runs every time. This position of closer is a position I ultimately won in the position I was in. I was able to be called a closer as a result of fulfilling the role I was given, so that means I found the meaning of my existence this season. If we can show that Endo can play as a closer, and even if he's in the starting lineup, there won't be any problem from next season onwards. That I think there's a high possibility that I'll play in various positions in the future, so I think it'll be fine if we can carry that over to the next stage. Endo previously signaled his intention to stay at Liverpool last month, before doubling down on such a stance with his latest admission. "I've heard about it, transfer speculation. Everyone's talking about it," he admitted in an interview with former teammate Tomoki Makino for Abima Times. "My friends contact me, even my family is like, so what are you going to do? And yeah, sometimes other players ask too, are you going to be here next year? Especially after the middle of the season. But I just say, as far as I'm concerned, I'm staying." Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is he's better than Gordon, Liverpool among favourites to sign £77 million winger. Liverpool are in the market for forwards this summer, and they've already agreed a £100 million deal for Florian Wartz, which could rise to a British record £116 million. Wartz, 22, is a truly generational talent, as per sports media professional Christian Nyari, and he's only going to get better, having led Bayer Leverkusen to the 2023-24 Bundesliga title, winning the division's Player of the Year, and breathing life into his side whenever he collects the ball, gambling his way into the danger area. Liverpool have got themselves a player. All right, and Arne Slot now has an elite-level playmaker in the attacking third of the field, all the more important. With Trent Alexander-Arnold signing for Real Madrid. Though FSG would like to turn their attention toward the front of the pitch, there's little question that a replacement for Luis Diaz would need to be sourced, should he leave this summer. It's for this reason that rumours have gathered apace regarding Newcastle United's Anthony Gordon. Why Liverpool want Anthony Gordon? Last summer, Liverpool were offered the chance to sign Gordon as Newcastle sweated over PSR. After failing to qualify for Europe, the Magpies were forced to stare at their jewels and decide which to sell. Liverpool were curious, but Newcastle found other ways to offset their troubles, selling more outlying members of Eddie Howe's squad. Now, the Merseysiders are keen once again, and Newcastle might be open to selling if their £100 million valuation is met. Liverpool are hardly going to meet such exorbitant demands, but if Diaz does leave, with suitors in Barcelona and the Saudi Pro League, then Reds' intrigue in their former academy member, who left and joined Everton when he was 11, could take a more solid shape. Would Liverpool be getting bang for their buck by signing Gordon for such a figure? Would they really? What about an alternative, one who would arrive for a similar fee but pack a far meatier punch under Slot's wing? Liverpool leading race for Diaz heir. Liverpool could sign an even bigger talent than Gordon if they advance their long-standing interest in Real Madrid's Rodrigo, with Spanish reports claiming that the Brazilian forward could be sold for €90 million, £77 million, this summer. More to the point, the Anfield side are considered alongside Manchester City to be the favourites in the race for the talented winger, though further Premier League sides are keen. Arsenal, in previous reports, have been credited with an interest. Coming off the back of a difficult year, both Slot and Pep Guardiola believe a poor Club World Cup campaign could leave Rodrigo isolated, and with his valuation slashed toward a more agreeable €75 million, £64 million, ballpark. How Rodrigo would perform for Slot. Picture this, it's a decade ago, and Liverpool have fallen by the wayside under Brendan Rodgers. The staple of Liverpool's summer 2015 transfer window was the £32.5 million acquisition. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumours, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.